1,000 young women are infected with HIV in Africa every day. That's 34 every hour. What's worse, these numbers are on the rise. No single solution can be expected to stop HIV. Take condoms. Can you always convince your partner to use one? Additional prevention methods are needed, ones that young women and girls can control themselves and feel comfortable using. 2 methods, a monthly vaginal ring and a daily tablet called PrEP, short for pre-exposure prophylaxis, could make a difference for many young women. That's why researchers are conducting a study called REACH. REACH stands for Reversing the Epidemic in Africa with Choices in HIV Prevention. We already know the ring and PrEP are safe and can protect against HIV. Large studies have shown this, which is why many countries have approved PrEP and are beginning to make it available, and why approval is being sought for the ring. But here's the thing, PrEP is mostly only available to people 18 and older. And if the ring is approved, you would have to be 18 to use it. That's because the big studies of PrEP and the ring were done in people 18 and older. There's something else that's important to know. Both PrEP and the ring must be used consistently to work. For PrEP, that means taking the tablet every day, and for the vaginal ring, keeping it in for a full month every month. In the big studies, many of the younger women didn't use these methods regularly enough to be protected. In REACH, researchers hope to learn how to help young women use these methods better so that they have the benefit of protection. They will also collect more information about the safety of both PrEP and the ring, including in girls under 18, so that countries will consider approving these products for adolescents as well. REACH is taking place in Kenya, Uganda, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. 300 young women between 16 and 21 will be able to join the study. We'll come back to REACH, but first, let's learn more about PrEP and the ring. Both the ring and PrEP contain a type of medicine called an antiretroviral or ARV that targets HIV. They work in much the same way by preventing HIV from making copies of itself. If the virus can't multiply, it can't take over your body and you won't get HIV. The idea with PrEP and the ring is that the ARV would be there, standing guard and ready for action if you were to be exposed to HIV, such as through sex. Remember, PrEP stands for pre-exposure prophylaxis. Prophylaxis means prevention. And with PrEP, you take a tablet every day. The tablet is called Truvada, and it contains the ARVs tenofovir and emtricitabine. You may have heard about Truvada as a drug used in the treatment of HIV, but it is also used for preventing HIV by people who are not infected. Researchers know a lot about Truvada as prevention in adults, but there have been only a few studies in teens. These showed Truvada was safe, but that they didn't always remember to take it. You may not be familiar with vaginal rings, but they are used in many countries to deliver contraception for preventing pregnancy. The ring for HIV prevention is similar to these rings, except that it contains an ARV instead. The ARV is called dapivirine, and it's only used for HIV prevention. The ring is placed high up in the vagina, where it slowly releases the drug during the month that it is worn. The ring is flexible, making it easy for women to insert and remove themselves each month. It doesn't interfere with daily activities, nor felt, and it doesn't need to be removed during menstruation or sex. And in a study in the US, teen girls said they liked using the ring, and it was found to be safe too. In REACH, everyone will use the ring and PrEP, each for 6 months, and then choose the one they want to use for another 6 months. or they may choose not to use either. This will help the researchers understand how young women like using PrEP and the ring and how best to support consistent use. REACH isn't for everyone. To participate, you must be between 16 and 21 and not be HIV infected or pregnant. If you're under 18, your parents' or guardian's permission is required. The study involves monthly visits for a year and a half. Study staff will monitor your health, ask about side effects, and provide counseling. There will be different medical tests and exams. Participants should be willing to try each product and to try using them as best they can. The study will provide lots of support, but participants should also be open if they are having difficulty or don't want to use the ring or PrEP, so the study can learn from the experiences. Yes, enrolling in REACH is a commitment, but it's also a chance to make a difference in the lives of other girls and young women in your community and around the world. In REACH, researchers want to learn what young women will need to help them use the ring and PrEP as best they can, and to learn about the safety and acceptability of the ring and PrEP in girls under age 18, so that someday these methods can be made available to young women of all ages. Look, not everyone may like taking a tablet every day or using a vaginal ring a month at a time, and preferences can change. No single prevention option will be right for everybody. Different options are needed because the more that are available, the more likely one will be used. REACH, reversing the epidemic in Africa with choices in HIV prevention.